fishing guys can be very peaceful and something that's needed as another outlet that I use for as I'm doing personal development, self-development, as I'm tackling certain things in my life, previous things that I might have swept under a rug that still maybe bother me today. And this is an outlet. This is some scenery that I use, that I go and grab, I would say, some peace in my life, right? So the subtle and sereneness of water, nobody around, time to pray, time to think about the different decisions that have been made, reflection on certain obstacles and how I got to certain obstacles in my life, and get very detailed on the different things that I'm doing. Um, so and have gone through. So I use this sometimes, especially when it's calm like this. It's not too cold out, not super warm, not super hot, you know. Um, and just, you know, talk to myself, talk to the Lord, people. So, there's definitely a few things that I do that are different. As I'm getting older in life, man, I just learn to take my time with things, because my weeks are going, and I'm traveling, as a pilot, I'm traveling and getting to new meetings and new connections and meeting new people, etc. So these are things that I like to do when I have my own time. Um, so let's talk about some stuff, because we can be hard on ourselves as human beings. We can be hard on ourselves as not achieving some of the things, or not where we thought we were supposed to be by the time we get a certain age. Um, so, you know, this is why I come here to fish. I think about things like this. I talk about things like this and realize, you know, today I'm realizing I can't be so hard on myself, right? Um, and I got to forgive myself. I got to forgive others as well as forgive myself. Why is that so important? Because you don't want to stunt any growth or hold or harbor anything that is uh, getting in the way of your elevation of to wherever you got to go, right? So, so we all have made mistakes. We all have had we all have had regrets about our situations in life, and the things we chose to do. But it's time to forgive yourself. You know, time to forgive yourself. But here's the thing: holding on to the weight is going to hold you back. So let's talk about some ways that we can learn to forgive ourselves as well as forgiving others. So, step one that's been working for me is acknowledging the mistake, taking responsibility for it and acknowledging it. What did I do on my side that uh, uh, whatever the outcome perceived to be, um, how did it get to that point? What could I have done in any situation that's happening? What could I have done to avoid any obstacle, any challenge uh, that deterred me from the path I was supposed to take? So you deal with it face on. You deal with it face on, not brushing it under a rug, um, forgiving yourself, learning to know that you are enough, you are blessed, and moving forward. And however you got to deal with, if you got to cry, if you got to go to the gym, if you got to get in a boxing ring and fight yourself, you know, uh, toss, tumble, roll down a hill, whatever you got to do, and learn to let it go and leave it there. The whole point is whatever that obstacle is you got to go through and leave it there at that place. So if I go to the gym and I pick up those weights, or let's just say I was going through a situation where I had to travel uh, to put something away, and where I traveled to was where that certain situation happened. So I went back to that place and left that energy there. Uh, so what I did was I took whatever that object reminded me of that person, of that place, and I put it back over there where that energy was. In this place, that place had a river that was attached to it. So I threw whatever that object was that reminded me of that person into the river and let it go. Prayed and let it go. Number two of something that I did was, as I was at this place, I reflected on it, but I did not dwell on it. Like I said, I left it there. I did not uh, bring it back with me. If it's a place where you have to bury something, or you have to burn it, or whatever it may be, deal with it in that specific time, that specific area, and leave it there. So ultimately, when you finalize this whole process, is for me, as I am forgiving myself for whatever happened, I'm letting it go. That's it. It doesn't exist anymore. Um, for instance, if it's a person that you were dealing with, and let's just say you had to apologize to that person, you had to do a gesture that spiritually wasn't for them, it was for you to release back into the universe. Um, you let it go, it's final, and you let it go. Um, so these are certain things that have worked for me, man. And today I'm just a little bit more peaceful. A lot of things don't bother me. And you'll come to that point where you appreciate yourself, you love yourself more, um, which will enable you to be a better person, do more things, accomplish more things, take on more challenges, because we're always going to go through more challenges. That's just how this game is rigged. Um, but it still shapes you. It builds muscle uh, for you to overcome whatever obstacle you're doing at that time. So here's, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a challenge. Here's something that I want you guys to do. I want, and please comment and leave something in the comments and let me know what was your process of how things were working for you. Like I said, we're in this together. We're going through this journey together. So my challenge for you is, whatever is bothering you, whatever you think is holding you back from you becoming the person you are desired to be, for you living in your purpose, I challenge you to deal with that head on, face to face, and fight it, tear it up, uh, reflect on it, jot down, jot it down, and a list of the negatives and the positives. What happened with the negatives, and how and why did it get to that certain space? Um, Ball it up, take it to wherever that destination was, that what happened at that time, bury it and leave it there. And the positive things you have, dwell on that, focus on that, and continue to build that side of the muscle, build that side of it. Um, so, uh, thank you guys for joining me today as I'm doing this fishing, or at least trying to fish. I'm a new guy to this fish, so I'm not just a pilot. I'm also trying to learn how to fish, uh, and I think I'm doing okay. At least like sitting out here and taking in, embracing the nature aspect of it and the peace around it. You know. So again, takeaways, just I thank you guys. I want to challenge you guys to be better people, living in your purpose. Again, so whatever is holding you back um, from whatever you are striving to be, take that thing back to its destination where it happened. Leave it there. Pray about it. Affirm it. Leave it there. Let it go. Move forward. After that, it does not exist anymore. So do not dwell on it. It doesn't exist anymore. Never happened. You're a new person now. 180 degrees about face and move forward. Thank you guys. This is Miles Alexander. And we're moving forward, man. Living in our purpose. Take care.